I'm very pleased to see this inaugural National Conference of Religious Educators in Anglican Schools happening for two main reasons. First of all, it's exciting to see the Anglican Schools Commission in southern Queensland and the Western Australian Schools Commission and the Newcastle Schools Corporation coming together to take this initiative. Those of us who passionately value what might be called a comprehensive, inclusive approach to Anglican faith and life will gain confidence and strength from you connecting and collaborating in this way. That's never been more important than now in a nation and world that seems addicted to polarisation, to decision-making on the basis of who shouts the loudest, and to cancel culture, not even giving a hearing to those whose views differ. Respectful disagreement while staying in relationship, staying connected, is a precious gift to the church and to the world at a time like this. The second reason I welcome this initiative is that religious education is close to my own heart. It's the area in which I did my own postgraduate and doctoral work, and it remains an abiding interest. Back in the 1970s, an ambitious ecumenical project was begun in Queensland. The Religious Education Curriculum Project set out to design an approach to religious education that could be used in every state school in Queensland and in other contexts as well. The project developed an educational model and extensive curricula that still have much to offer our pluralist society today. One of its starting points was the somewhat surprising idea that there really are only 7 big questions in human existence. The question of origins, where do we come from? The question of destiny, where are we going? The question of identity, who am I? The question of meaning, how am I to understand and interpret my life and my world? The question of purpose, what's the point of life? The question of value, what counts as worthwhile? And the question of authority, what or who can be trusted? All religious systems attempt to answer these ultimate questions. The RECP model proceeded by creating connections between 3 sources. First, human experiences, which give rise to strong emotions underneath which lie one or more of these ultimate questions. Second, what different religions have to say in response to these questions, and how those beliefs are expressed in theology, worship, and spiritual practices. And third, the student's own personal beliefs and convictions. As connections are created and dialogue develops among these 3 sources, focused on an existential question, 3 things happen. First of all, students learn to reflect on human experience and to identify the big questions that life throws up. It's a really important skill. Secondly, they learn about what the world's religions teach. They acquire knowledge that will enable them to understand and connect with others they will meet who are different. And third, they have opportunities to express their own views and to develop and change those views in the light of engagement with others and religious wisdom and insight. Your conference has the theme Connections. Another scriptural and theological term with the same kind of thrust is communion, koinonia. It's about participation, relationship, fellowship, communion. Religious educators have great opportunities and indeed great responsibilities to engender koinonia for the good of the church and for the good of the world God loves. At root, it's nothing less than connecting with, participating in, the very life of God. I look forward to hearing about the fruits of your time together. Every blessing for your conference.